KUAM News Headlines is presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adahi Hitano program, proud supporters of the Give Us a Moment Island Pride Beautification event. Cars Plus reminds you to put your phone down while driving. Distractions won't get you there. Heads Up Guam, McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it, and King's Restaurants, always open, always local, and serving up favorites for over 40 years.
Coming up on Primetime, 8 more cases of COVID-19 were reported today, bringing the island's overall count to 200. Plus, bars prepare as they are given the green light to open their doors. Nestor Locanto has that story. And those with appointments take advantage of the PUA Processing Center set up in Agate today. Half a day and good evening, friends. Thanks so much for streaming us on Facebook Live or watching us on KUAM TV. These are tonight's top stories. I'm Jason Salas. Well, the number of COVID cases on our island community has increased. According to the Department of Public Health's updated situation report, there have been a total of 8 new positive cases. One such case tested positive through Public Health's lab and was identified while staying at a government quarantine facility. That individual had recently traveled to the Philippines. 7 additional cases tested positive through the DOD and were identified through ongoing contact tracing. Now, these new cases were identified through the ongoing investigation into a military unit deployed up at Andersen Air Force Base who had been staying at the Reef Hotel over in Tumon. That unit has since been relocated to the airbase. The total positive cases connected to this unit are now 15. As for the overall count of COVID cases on Guam, it is now climbed to an even 200, with 5 deaths, 173 recoveries, and 22 active cases. Parks and Rec Director John Birch tells KUAM's Containing COVID interactive talk show program this morning it was his decision to boot the homeless out of Paseo. In a rather heated call this morning, Birch said the call to clear homeless who had been sleeping in pavilions at Paseo downtown was made as part of plans to reopen the island to tourism. Homeless were told they had to leave Paseo, and many that we talked to said they had nowhere to go, but Birch said having homeless in the heart of our island's capital in Hagåtña was not a good look.
If we have tourists here, we're going to have to bring them into certain areas and show our island. And what you're telling me is that we should leave them in the park, leave them at Ipao, leave them at Matapan, leave them at Paseo at Liberty Park, and bring our tourists in and said, this is Guam.
The director did acknowledge most of the homeless migrated to Paseo because of failed plans to shelter them in tents at Paseo Stadium. And he said that if the homeless are not moved out of tourist spots, the consequences could be catastrophic for economic recovery.
This has been an ongoing problem, and it's going to continue. But now that they're out there publicly where people can actually see them, now people are starting to be concerned. And I hope that climbs, and I hope that for some way we could find a miracle somewhere that we can actually take care of these people. But then we also have to take care of the rest of our population too. We have to revitalize our economy. And one of the major things is to go out and fix up the most visible parks that we have.
For the time being, plans for a homeless shelter have had to be amended 4 times, according to Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. He added the administration is behind schedule in its plans to house the island's homeless population. Well, in other island news tonight, the bars will be open tonight, and by the time you're seeing this, they probably are. For the first time in 3 months, patrons will be able to party at their favorite watering holes and enjoy some adult beverages. Public Health approved the reopening, but social distancing protocol still applies. Nestor Locanto has this story.
Phil Roberto is the owner of popular Hagåtña night spot, The Venue. He says he expects the first night back there will be plenty of people ready to party.
I'm excited for our staff because they're eager to get back to work, and I'm excited for our patrons because they've been messaging me for the past week saying, do we need reservations? Do we need reservations? So I feel this pent-up frustration of people wanting, ready to come out and, I don't want to say let loose, but just get out of the house.
He had to make some changes in the bar to meet the social distancing guidelines. He spread out the tables, cut back the seating, and invested in some temperature sensors.
We were asking that you not congregate at the bar. There's only 12 bar stools set up at this time to limit the number of people at the bar. Bar staff will be actively working the tables, taking orders to keep people in their seats. They'll also be taking payments at the seats.
Roberto is also confident the customers will comply with health and safety protocols and the typical social courtesies.
I think after 90 days of being locked down and not interacting at this type of social level, I think people should have common sense at this point, know what to do and what not to do. Don't get in any other person's space and whatnot. And I think we can move forward in having a good time without risking anybody getting sick. It's kind of a belated birthday for us. Venue turned 14 years old earlier this month, and we just want to kind of give back to you, welcome you back, and get this belated birthday party started.
For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
And however, that's not all with the story, as Joint Region Marianas Command issued an order effective today prohibiting all Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard personnel from access to all bars and restaurants. The order cites the ongoing public health emergency and increased reports of positive COVID-19 cases on Guam over the last 36 hours. The temporary order will terminate on Thursday, June 25th at 4 in the afternoon, unless it's rescinded sooner. For the time being, permanent and temporary Air Force personnel up at Anderson must still limit travel to essential trips such as only grocery shopping, the gas station, and pharmacy visits. The policy will remain in effect until further directed. Well, if you do plan to celebrate the reopening of bars and taverns, police are asking you to please designate a responsible, sober driver. GPD's Highway Patrol Division will conduct DWI checkpoints starting tonight, with locations including Route 1, Marine Corps Drive from Hagåtña to Dededo, Route 14, Talan San Vitores, over in Tumon, Route 16, which is Army Drive from Barragata to here in Harmon, Route 10, the Vietnam Memorial Highway from Barragata to Talampago, Purple Heart Highway from Maiti to Barragata, and Talancantotasi from Hagåtña to Talampago. Motorists should expect some delays in the checkpoints, so please proceed with caution when entering. In other news tonight, Adelup heard their cry for help and need for some guidance, and now, come Monday, daycare centers can reopen at 50% occupancy. Our Adriana Cotero visited the World of Wonder Childcare and Learning Center up in Jigo today to see how they are preparing.
It's a birthday wish come true.
It was my birthday yesterday and someone messaged me and said, "Hey, you got your birthday wish."
Administrator and managing owner of World of Wonder Childcare and Learning Center, Manette Dizan, received the notice yesterday evening from the Department of Public Health announcing daycare centers can reopen Monday at 50% client occupancy.
So 50%, and I was like, oh, that's great. So that means we can have 20 kids now.
The occupancy does not include staff, which means 8 employees can also come back to work on Monday. However, earlier this week, that was not the case, and this brought the Daycare Association knocking on the doors of Adelup.
There was actually a meeting that we, our Daycare Association officers attended. It had our licensor there. It had the physician advisory group. Everyone was venting their concerns, and public health is the division that supports daycares. They were also frustrated for us and saying that it doesn't make sense, 25%, and for it to include the staff.
This United Front's concerns were heard, leading Dizan to spend the morning training her staff immediately in preparation for the reopen.
It was a training to review our new procedures and policies, everything from how the kids will be dropped off, how will they be picked up, how will we do circle time, how will we sanitize and clean, how will we do social distancing in the playground.
For this center, they are following a 10-page policy guideline that outlines the new operations. Dizan says all her clients were happy to hear the news, and they have already received 2 new enrollments.
And one of our new enrollees is, they are, frontliners. Nurse, yeah. Now she gets to go back to work. They need daycare. They're going to lose their job if they can't go to work. And so I think a combination of everyone saying that, daycares are essential businesses is what, prompted them to change the requirement to 50%.
Guidelines are more practical, and now parents' wishes to go back to work can also come true. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
And Adriana is doing a back-to-back report tonight as the Roving Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program was at the Agate Library today. And Adriana sat down with a Guam Department of Labor customer representative as she helped a resident apply for service.
It's absolutely frustrating. It's very frustrating that, we're waiting and we keep waiting.
It's been a waiting game for Anita, Calcita, and many others on the island who are furloughed or unemployed.
We try to all be patient as far as the assistance and for whatever is available to the people.
Calcita was furloughed on March 22nd from Marisi Beauty Academy, where she works as an instructor. However, due to COVID-19, the school's doors closed.
It's been a journey, quite a journey, being furloughed for quite some time. You just have to be patient and, just have some kind of understanding.
Now nearly 3 months later, and she is making sure all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed, and her application for the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program is correctly submitted. Calcita was at the Agate Library for her appointment with the Guam Department of Labor Roving Pua Processing Center and was assisted by GDOL customer representative Madison Mofnis.
We're all really trying our best. We're trying to help everyone as best as we can. And we just hope people can bear with us too, because this is the first unemployment program Guam has ever had.
This was GDOL's first week opening the satellite centers within the villages, and Mofnis tells KUAM some of the common questions claimants have.
What documents do I need? They always ask which ones, because a lot of them, like when it comes to the villages, they're self-employed, or when they're going to get their money, or if their application went through or not, or if they did it right.
Mofnis says one of the questions she doesn't have an answer for is when the checks will come in.
We're not in charge of the money to deal with, so we honestly don't know.
However, GDOL can help make sure the first step to receiving the money is complete. Calcita says visiting the site was helpful and easy, but still, she continues to be patient, and she also continues to pray.
Again, it's all about being patient. I mean, what can we do? This is something that we don't expect, right? And everything just happened so fast that we basically weren't prepared for anything like this to happen. I just wish that everything would just go a little bit faster, because again, everything keeps piling up.
Bills are beginning to pile up, and Calcita still has not received word on when she can return to work. But now that her application is in, she hopes for a quick turnaround. GDOL's operations pick back up next week at village libraries and at Guam Community College. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Adriana Cotero.
All right, everybody, please stick around when Primetime continues right after this.
During these uncertain times, it's important to remember that we are in this together.
The KUAM insurance team has continued to service the needs of our customers.
As in the past 80 years, you can count on us to be here when you need us most, when it comes to your health and the health of your family.
Let's continue making the right choices by staying home, staying safe, and staying healthy.
We are all in this together, and together we will rise again.
It makes myself and it makes my team members very proud to work for an organization that has been on island for many years, with its focus on reliability, dependability, and commitment to the communities that they operate in.
Matson's a great corporate citizen to the community.
We all benefit from any sort of environmental commitment we make. One of the ways that we do that is with our Adahi Utano program. There's action behind it, and so action breeds commitment.
With the Kaimana Hila coming to Guam, this brings a new age and modernization to the island.
It's exciting for me because it's a brand new ship and we can carry more freight into the islands. It just shows growth for Guam and Micronesia.
Matson would be nothing without its customers, and we hope to continue to serve you for decades to come.
We are open to serve you at Cars Plus Guam. Need a quick service for your vehicle? Visit our express lane at Cars Plus. Done fast, done right. No appointment needed. Our service team is dedicated to helping you get your vehicle in and out of the shop and back on the road quickly and securely. Simply drop off your vehicle at our express lane driveway, and one of our service advisors will take care of it. Need a ride? Not to worry. We have a shuttle vehicle ready to drop you back home and pick you up when your vehicle is ready. Open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit us today. We are open to serve you.
DNA Evolution and Billabong Guam are open and ready with great gifts for Father's Day. Open this weekend on Saturday and Sunday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Spend $100 and receive the new 2020 Best Summer Tea. Check out the sale racks for some great deals, starting at 50% off. DNA Evolution at the plaza below CPK in Tumon. Call 649-2371. Parking available at the Deuce Resort Guam. Happy Father's Day from everyone at DNA Evolution and Billabong Guam.
Certificate that stated a stillborn death of her child in order to receive family service members' group life insurance claim. Magistrate Judge Michael Bordallo set jury selection for August 25th. RC was released from custody on personal recognizance. Guam's Attorney General has joined a coalition of 51 states and territories led by Connecticut, filing the third lawsuit stemming from the ongoing antitrust investigation into widespread conspiracy by generic drug manufacturers to artificially inflate and manipulate prices, reduce competition, and unreasonably restrain trade for generic drugs sold across the U.S. The new complaint filed in the U.S. District Court and the District of Connecticut focuses on 80 topical generic drugs that account for billions of dollars of sales in the mainland. The topical drugs at the center of the complaint include creams, gels, lotions, ointments, shampoos, and solutions used to treat a variety of skin conditions, pain, and allergies. The products are sold by 26 corporate defendants and 10 individuals. In other news tonight, the University of Guam did confer degrees to 360 graduates at its virtual commencement ceremony on Thursday, the second largest graduating class, only to last May's 375. A record high 144 master's degrees were also handed out.
Ella Marie Matukuga, magna cum laude.
The UOG class of 2020 graduation ceremony will go down as one of the most unique in school history, held virtually with the commencement speaker delivering her address halfway across the world.
Ambassador Yuri Kim
spoke from her post in Albania about how her father brought her family to Guam in the late 70s and found the American dream.
Guam in the 1970s wasn't exactly the America that most foreigners think of. No highways, no cowboys, definitely no skyscrapers. But it was America just as it was supposed to be. Warm, friendly, and full of possibility.
Hers was a message of perseverance, how her father drove around for years in a rusty old pickup truck, and how her mother once had to break into young Yuri's piggy bank just for gas money. But eventually her father opened his own contracting and engineering company.
To this day, I cannot pass a construction site without thinking of my parents and their perseverance, their hard work, and their faith that we can always get back up.
This year's graduates and the world, she points out, are in the midst of an unprecedented time of turmoil.
I have news for you. There will be more hardship coming your way. Life is like that. It spares no one. Some of the hardship you face will be evident to others. Some of them will be known only to you. Either way, you will have to decide what to do about it. I hope you choose to get back up no matter how many times life knocks you down. You will get bruised along the way, but every time you choose to get back up, you will get back up stronger and wiser than before.
Congratulations to the class of 2020 and valedictorian Megan Yan Gimmon. Well done. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
All right, thanks so much, Nestor. Now, for your information, Kim is the first Korean-American woman and first Guamanian to be a U.S. ambassador. Two of her siblings attended the University of Guam, and one will soon earn a master's in clinical psychology. Also tonight, GEC Director Maria Pangilinan continues to keep confidential any possible investigation into Congressman Michael Sinicolas' campaign. She could not comment if the process is ongoing, with the executive director responding to concerns of transparency on yesterday's episode of Containing COVID.
People have come to us to complain sometimes about us, right? They do complain about us. And the we have a real simple disclosure statement right in front of, right at our at the reception area of our office. They can come in and make a complaint. They can even email the complaint nowadays.
KUAM was there in September 2019 when former staffer J.P. Manuel filed an official request for the Guam Election Commission to conduct an audit of St. Nicholas campaign finances. Pangilinan noted the local commission has investigative and subpoena powers.
Actually, Chris, the commission on its own, without a complaint, can investigate. That's what I can say.
Last week, the U.S. Ethics Committee formed an investigative subcommittee, as you know, to look into a slew of allegations against Guam's delegate, which include violations of campaign finance laws among them. Let's take up some regional news now, as the CNMI's Democratic Party is making a comeback. 5 legislators commit to building what they describe as the People's Party.
It's been described as a resurrection. 5 legislators are praying for a return to the two-party system in the NMI.
Because right now I feel like we are lopsided. The scale is now like this, leaning towards one side, and what we're trying to do is jump on the other side just to try and provide some balance.
Representative Sheila Babauta, in an online media briefing today, joining the Democratic Party's announcement that fellow House Representatives Ed Probst, Richard Lizama, and Tina Sablan declare as Democrats for November. Rodas Dano Manglotnya lines as an independent. Sablan says funding for education and access to health care are some of the issues front and center.
A truly prosperous economy is one that benefits everyone, lifts everyone up, and not just the rich, not just the politically connected or the special interests. And those are really the values that we stand for as Democrats.
Probst notes that they also set their sights on recruiting more members for a diverse slate.
We may have a new sense of and purpose in terms of new direction, new ideas, but it's still, at the end of the day, it's a numbers game. What we are hoping for is to have a grassroots people's power movement.
Governor Ralph Torres told media yesterday that he welcomes the challenge.
Leadership is being able to work and making the best on what we have and find solutions rather than complaints. And so I welcome that, and we'll have our community vote again in November.
Tomas Manglotnya for KUAM News on Saipan.
And in business news tonight, the Hertz car rental company locally is having a clearance sale, but it's not related to the corporate bankruptcy in the mainland. Guam GM Michael Perrin says it's mostly due to the drop in local tourism. He says they've had to cut personnel through furloughs and layoffs, but they've also received some federal pandemic assistance to help keep them afloat. And as an independent licensee, they have no plans to close up shop.
Well, thank goodness for the military, and the Valiant Shield exercise is on in September, and we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, the tourists will be back. Well, I'm not excited about July 1, but probably in the third quarter, we're expecting tourism to recover. Not at the previous numbers, but hopefully we'll have a steady increase.
Perrin says they have about 100 vehicles from vans to sedans that are on sale, and you can contact the company if you'd like more details. Hertz is one of the world's largest car rental companies, but has filed for bankruptcy protection due to a sharp drop in business travelers and tourists nationwide. Well, please stay tuned, everybody. After the break, we continue to celebrate the class of 2020.
Your community calendar is brought to you by Taco Bell. Whether it's your first meal or your fourth meal, we've got you covered. Taco Bell, live Mas.
More freedom. To learn more. To create more. To connect more. Mix and match Data Pass. Take your data further.
Your health and safety is our business. Protect your employees and customers with APEC Professional Services. Our certified team uses EPA-registered disinfectants and CDC-approved procedures proven to aid in the fight against coronavirus and other harmful microorganisms. Prevent reinfection through disinfection. Call our office at 477-7310 or our 24-hour rapid response hotline at 858-2852. Keep Guam safe with APEC Professional Disinfection Services.
Hold up, stop.
What?
You sure you want to do this? Because once you take that bite, there's no turning back to breakfast like this. Nope. Or this. Ooh. Or this.
Wow.
It's time to change your life. For breakfast. With freshly prepared, buttery, crispy McChicken biscuits and savory sweet chicken McGriddles. Now at McDonald's nationwide. Wake up breakfast.
We've asked the world to give us a moment to collect ourselves and heal. Well, the time has come to pick ourselves up and thrive again. Let's take one last moment as an island community to clean up and beautify our home for ourselves and before we welcome visitors to our shores. Our island needs so much care, and it's amazing what we can do when we work together. Join us on June 27th for the Guam Island Pride Beautification event. It'll be a Guam moment we can all be proud of. Visit GuamVisitorsBureau.com for details or to volunteer.
Welcome back, everybody. We continue to salute the achievements and celebrate a class unlike any other, the graduating seniors of the class of 2020.
All right, everyone, it's Friday, and it's time for Head of the Class 2020, brought to you by Guam Community College and ABC Stores. Today, we're celebrating a bunch of graduates, starting with Lauren Alexandra O'Connor from GW High School. Congratulations to our daughter on her accomplishment. Wishing you the best on your new journey. Always strive for the best. We love you always. Mom, Dad, Ralph, and Javid. Next up, we've got Colleen Janae Perez Bayona from Teedson High School. Congratulations, and we love you from the whole family. Kaylin Miley Perez from Southern High School, home of the Dolphins. We are so proud of you. Achieve great things in life and follow your dreams. The sky's the limit. Best wishes on your next adventure in life. Biba Class of 2020. Next up, another Southern High School Dolphin, Perfectia Willie. Congratulations, baby sis. Continue to work hard and strive for the best. Never stop believing in yourself and all the things you can achieve. Wherever this life takes you, we will always be here cheering you on. We love you and we are so proud of you. Love, Mom, Dad, Manda, Max, Flore, and the family. Up next, we're heading up to Ukadu High School, where we're celebrating Diesel Jude Radila Valencia. Your time has come to conquer the world. Cheers and make your road for others to follow. Love, Mom, and Dad. And make job from Simon Sanchez High School. Don't entertain doubts on your abilities. God is always by your side. Congratulations and happy graduation, my son. Congratulations to all of our 2020 graduates, and that is your Head of the Class 2020 for today. Brought to you by Guam Community College and ABC Stores.
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we continue to say congratulations and play Pop-Up Circumstance for the wonderful graduates and making them know that they are a class truly like any other. All right, stay tuned because we've got birthday shout-outs right after this.
With Grand Marnier, you'll dare to put a twist on the traditional. That will lead you to somewhere unexpected. Somewhere you can create something better than good. Here, you'll create something grand. Grand Marnier, a visionary blend of fine cognac and bitter orange liqueur. Live grand.
Ruby Tuesday Guam is still preparing the dishes you love for either curbside carryout or delivery. Call them at 647-7828 or 647-7829 for curbside carryout service with a smile. For delivery, download the free Grab and Grub app and follow the instructions to get Ruby Tuesdays delivered to your door. Stay safe and healthy, Guam.
The people of Guam once again have the power to shape our island's future for the good of the entire community.
The 2020 Census of Guam is an island-wide population count.
A snapshot of Guam that happens just once every 10 years.
A census worker will ask you a number of questions.
You will be counted no matter what language you speak.
Sensiguro na todo siya inipit midso upang sikreto.
Ang bawat kawani ng 2020 Census of Guam ay nanumpa na habang buhay na poprotektahan ang bawat impormasyong makakalap.
Shape your future. Start here.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for, your Friday birthday shoutouts. Our work week is winding down, but we can't let the day end before saying happy birthday to two extra special Guamanians tonight. Jerry and Jace Camacho, happy birthday to my little kitty, turning big 6. And the 6 is actually wrapped with a star emoji. That's very, very creative. Happy birthday. Velma Green, also happy birthday to Mom, coming here from your family. And they say, we love you so much. And so is spelled S-O-O-O. See, these kind of things you can't really see on TV, but they mean so much when you're a birthday recipient. So use emoji, get creative with the spelling, use nicknames, show your love, and let these awesome people on our island know that you think they have a happy birthday. Every week we pick one Cold Stone Creamery birthday celebrant at random to win a Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake, and this week's winner is Keisha Lynn Mindiola, who's born on the 18th. Keisha Lynn, congratulations, and we are proud to give you and your family an extended birthday. Please stay tuned, everybody. Live Local Friday Stay Home Edition is up next.
Everybody, Sabrina Salas, Matt Tanani. Welcome to our Stay Home Live Local Friday.
Stay home! Just keep going.
Okay, so yeah, welcome.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. You want to talk?
Ahead.
Blab
Right.
your mouth. Go.
Hey, we got a lot of great artists in this show. We got Joe Cruz, Bert Javier, Greg Sablon and friends, and Philip Garcia. Now, he's the dad of local artist Daryl Garcia, so it looks like a very musical family. And let's get it started right here on the Stay Home Live Local Fridays with a little ditty from Kevin Singer Santos.
Hey, what's up, guys? So I've been working on this little song. I haven't really named it yet. I might call it Our Father. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I should name it that. But it's really inspired by everything that's been going on lately with COVID and the whole Black Lives Matter movement. And, you know, a change is coming and everyone can see it, you know, and I hope that it's within our lifetime that we see that change, you know. And yeah, I hope one day everyone could truly be equal and truly be free. And I hope you guys enjoy the song. Here you go.
I woke up today thinking about everything that's going on in the world, and my heart breaks knowing that all of these little boys and girls, they want